Okay, before I get into my DVD collection, I thought it was worth talking about all the little figures and framed pieces of artwork that I have around my DVD collection. So I've got Spider-Man from Into the Spider-Verse, just a little pop figure. I've got the DeLorean from Back to the Future, a Hot Wheel that I got from Game for like £1. A Jar Jar Binks figure that was an original Episode 1 figure that I found on eBay. President Snow from the Hunger Games, just a pop figure because he's one of my favourite villains. A stone coaster which has got the Flash logo on it, or Kid Flash to be more accurate. I've got a TARDIS figure with the 11th and 12th Doctors, the 12th being my favourite Doctor of all time. Three little figures from Batman Returns. So you've got Batman, Keaton's Batman, DeVito's Penguin, and Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. All of these little kind of like mini pop figures, but not pop figures, whatever you want to call it. A pop of Forky that my friend got me for my birthday a few years ago because, you know, he's trash just like I am, and I love him so much, even though I don't like Toy Story 4. And then my beautiful, handsome Squidward figure that I bought whilst I was a little bit drunk and decided to keep sealed and have as a display piece. I'm hoping that eventually it'll go up in price, but I'm not really holding up much hope at the moment. So I got this at Comic-Con a couple of months ago, just a Green Arrow painting, but I kind of like the paint effects on it, and I do love Arrow TV series. I got this, I think it was from Redbubble or Etsy, one of the two, where it's from Batman Returns, which is my favourite Batman movie, just one of the newspaper articles from the Gotham Globe, which is pretty cool. And then this is a frame picture of all of the Cybermen from the Mundazian Cybermen all the way up to the Cyber Warriors. It doesn't have the Cyber Masters though, which I'm fine with because I'm not really a fan of the Cyber Masters, but I do love the Cybermen a lot. Now on to my DVDs, or Blu-rays to begin. So I got 500 Days of Summer, got Aquaman, the Back to the Future trilogy. This is pretty cool, I've watched this a lot. I like the first one the most, but I do like the other two as well. This is the Batman, so a steelbook collection that's got the Robert Pattinson Batman movie, which is amazing. It's up there as one of my favourites. My Batman collection that's got Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin all included in it. Batman Hush. Not a big fan of the actual animated movie. I love the graphic novel a lot. I've read it a lot, like lots of times, but I'm thinking about doing a video on my Ollie's new channel, so I might do a review of it soon. I think that was the original intention behind buying it. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. I think that was a gift, to be honest. I like some of the scenes and stuff, and visually I think it's pretty good, but the movie's just terrible. My Dark Knight trilogy collection, the Nolan collection. For a long time, The Dark Knight was my favourite. Batman Returns is, and the Batman... I can't decide between the Batman and the Dark Knight which one I love more, because they're both amazing. Basketball. This was just a cheap little pickup from HMV. It was like £1 or something during the sale. I'm not really a South Park fan, so I'm a bit surprised that I actually like Basketball, as it's, the same people. Birds of Prey. I thought it was quite fun, it was alright. It wasn't amazing, but it was decent, and I'm a massive DC fan. The Breakfast Club, yep, one of my favourite movies of all time. It's a classic, it's amazing. The Disaster Artist, again, I hadn't seen The Room before I watched The Disaster Artist. Like, I knew The Room existed, I just hadn't got around to watching it, but I do love The Disaster Artist a lot. 8th Grade is phenomenal. I didn't even think this was going to get a UK release because I was trying to find it online for ages, and then I just saw it in HMV, and I was like, right, okay, grabbing that. Elf, yeah, this was one of my childhood movies, every Christmas watching it. Me and my friend Michael know it pretty much word for word at this point. Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, and Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Them. First one's decent. Crimes of Grindelwald is a novel. I don't really know why it's a movie, and the structure's terrible. Secrets of Dumbledore, a bit too fan servicey for my liking, but definitely a step in the right direction. Bit disappointed that there's not going to be another one, just because I don't like things being like halfway done. I feel like even if it's not great, you should just commit to it and get it done, so you can have it in its completed form. But what can you do? Frozen, yeah, I like Frozen. I haven't watched it in a while. I liked it a lot more when I was a teenager. I remember watching it with my sister for the first time and really liking it. The Gentleman, which is amazing. It's such a good movie. I think it's Guy Ritchie. Yeah, it's Guy Ritchie. I remember seeing it at the cinema with my brother-in-law, and yeah, it's a really good one. Goodfellas, again, I did film studies A-level, so I watched Goodfellas for the first time whilst doing that. Really loved it, so picked up the Blu-ray. Greatest Showman, I like The Greatest Showman. Like, I think it's a bit overhyped. I think it's a bit too loved. I think people think it's too good. Like, it's okay, and it's decent, and the soundtrack's good, but I don't think it's anything like mind-blowing. The Green Lantern, which again, I'm a DC fan and I'm a DC completionist, so got that. I'm going to do a video on it the same way I was going to do one on Batman Hush. I've just got so much stuff going on in my life at the moment, like moving and new job, and it's just, I haven't really had time for my YouTube channel, my other one, which is a bit sad because I really do like making video essays and reviews and stuff. The Hangover, so yeah, I like The Hangover. I think it's one of the better comedies. I think it's aged better than quite a lot of the comedies as well. Like, not saying there's not stuff in it, but like, I think in just terms of a lot of comedies from like the noughties and the teens and stuff, I think it's aged better than quite a lot of them. My Harry Potter Complete Collection, yeah, it took me way too long to get this. I got it New Year's 2020 or 2021. I think it was 2020 because I ended up binging all of them. I don't think, were we in lockdown at that point? I feel like we might have been. And yeah, so actually it might have been 2019, come to think of it. Anyway, over New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, like I started at like, I don't know, 12 lunchtime on the 31st, just went all the way through and watched all of them. And like, I love the franchise, but by the end, I just wanted Voldemort to kill Harry because I just wanted to go to sleep. But it's really good. Again, if you've seen my old is new channel, you will know that I am a massive Hunger Games fan. I love the books, I love the movies, and I just love the universe and the lore. To me, these two are on par with each other, which is probably controversial, but I really love the Hunger Games series. Weird thing is, I didn't really like the Hunger Games when I first saw it and first read it. Like, I reread them a few years ago, probably like 2017, 2018, and just fell in love with the series completely. Just really appreciated everything it did, and I just thought it was really good. Home Alone, yep. Home Alone's a classic. Watch it every Christmas. I think I watched it September last year, which is really bad, but I was feeling quite ill, so I just decided to watch it as a perker. The In-Betweeners movie, yes, I'm doing a review on this because I did a review of the second one. That video did really well, so that's on the back burner. So yeah, I don't mind the first In-Betweeners movie. Again, not aged great, but the Burnley joke is one of my favourite jokes of all time, just because of how stupid it is. The new It movie, so It Chapter 1, It Chapter 2, with Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. One of my friends from uni is absolutely obsessed with these films and just loves Bill Skarsgård, which is fair enough. Jaws, again, I think I've only watched Jaws once or twice. I've enjoyed it on watch. It's one of those where I just haven't really revisited it. There's nothing against it. I just don't really, I don't know. I will try and watch it soon, I think, again. Then Joker. Joker might be my favorite movie of all time. It's just such a good mental health movie. It explores like one of my favorite villains of all time. Yeah, it's just a great watch. Jurassic Park, yeah. Jurassic Park, really like it. Jurassic Park is a classic. It's a great movie. I prefer it to Jurassic World. I don't like the other two Jurassic Worlds. I think the first Jurassic World's alright, but Jurassic Park is very good. The Snyder Cut Justice League, yeah, I feel like this should have been like a limited, like 3-episode series or 4-episode series, like each being an hour, but it's like, this is amazing. This is what we should have got first time round. Absolutely love it. Last Night in Soho, my favorite Edgar Wright movie. Again, I know that's going to be controversial, but this movie is amazing. I love it so much. And just me being a massive Doctor Who fan, I think Matt Smith just plays a villain perfectly. Life of Pi 3D. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while, but I really loved the movie. I like the book as well, but I think this is one of the rare occasions where I like the movie more than I like the book. That's nothing against the book. I think that the story fits the big screen better than the book. I think the book explores the theme of religion too much. Not saying there's anything against that, and I'm not trying to bash religious beliefs. I just think I just think the story is more dynamic on the screen, and when it sticks to that kind of story instead of exploring different kinds of faith, which I know the movie does too, but I feel like the book does it to a larger extent. Man of Steel, yeah, I like Man of Steel. I don't think it's amazing, but I don't think it's terrible either. I think it's okay. It's a good origin for Superman, but aspects of it are a bit boring. Molly's Game, again, I love Molly's Game. You get Jessica Chastain and Idris Elba, and they're both on top form in this movie. It's a really good one. Watched it several times. Pirates of the Caribbean collection. I say the collection, it's the first 4 movies. I really don't like the 5th one. Now, I'm one of these weird people. I really like the 4th one. The 4th one is my favourite. I like how it kind of feels more standalone than the other 3. I do like the other ones, but like, I really, really like the 4th one with Blackbeard and Penelope Cruz and stuff. I think it's really good. But I know a lot of people don't share that opinion because I've argued it with people at work before. Pokemon 3 movie collection. I think it's the first 3 movies. Yeah, it's childhood, nostalgia. I do like the second one a lot. Pokemon 2000 is like top tier Pokemon movie. Ready Player One. Again, I really like Ready Player One. I know a lot of people don't, and I know a lot of people dislike the second book. And to be fair, I wasn't a massive fan of the second book, but I loved the first book, and I loved the movie. Ready Player One was one of those rare occasions, especially during my late teens, early 20s, where I read a book before I saw the movie. And I read the book, and I was like, oh, I cannot wait for this film to come out, and I really enjoyed the film. Role models. Again, childhood one, or teens one. Aspects of it haven't aged great. Like, it's not terrible, but like, it is what it is. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, again, I loved the manga, really liked the movie, it's decent. Shazam, Shazam is definitely one of the better DCEU movies. It's really funny, really good. I think that Zachary Levi is really good as Shazam. I feel like both sides of Billy Batson are represented well. Yeah, it's decent. Sing Street, yeah. If you haven't seen Sing Street, see it. Sing Street is probably my favourite musical. Set in Ireland during the 90s. It's about like a kid trying to break free from the shackles of his home life, and he like meets this girl and like does songs and stuff. It's really good musical. Silver Lining Playbook. Now, I've only seen this once, and I really liked it when I saw it. It was probably one of the best movies that I watched in 2021, because I watched it during lockdown right at the beginning of the year. And I keep telling myself I'll watch it again, and I will watch it again, I just haven't got around to it. But Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper are both amazing. I'm also really want to read the book. If memory recalls right, Robert De Niro's in it as well, and I think he was really good. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. I like the first one, the second one's unfortunate. The Sam Raimi trilogy, again, Sam Raimi trilogy is amazing. I love all 3 of them. Probably say 2, 1, 3, but again, I actually really like the third one. I think the third one gets too much shtick. Like, I think it's good. I just think that it was overstuffed, which Raimi even said. Raimi even said he didn't want Venom in the third one, but it was pushed. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is one of my favourite Marvel movies, and I'm a much bigger DC fan than Marvel. As you probably noticed, I have barely any Marvel stuff, like at none of the MCU. Well, apart from this is the only sort of MCU representation, and that's the Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy. I like the movies. I don't really like Tom Holland as Spider-Man, which again is going to be very controversial, but I was never a massive MCU fan, but I'm just so burnt out on all of it now that I think Spider-Man No Way Home or Shang-Chi, whichever one came first, was the last MCU movie I watched. Although I probably will watch Wakanda Forever because I like the first Black Panther and I want to see Namor or Namor. I don't know how you pronounce his name, which again is probably not going to go down great with people. So we've got Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. I love The Shining. It's one of my favourite horror movies, and I really like the Simpsons parody as well. Step Brothers, again, childhood, but I haven't really watched it in a while. Superbad, watched this New Year's Eve, watched it New Year's Day whilst I was a little bit hungover. Yeah, I still like it. I love the McLovin stuff, but some of the language and stuff isn't great by modern standards. Suicide Squad, which is not great, but I'm a DC fan, so I have it, even though it's not fundamentally amazing. So Disney's Tomorrowland, which I think I watched once. I didn't really like it that much, but I really like Hugh Laurie. Hugh Laurie is one of my favorite actors because I love House. Venom. Venom is goofy and hilarious, so I like Venom. It's not good, but I love it. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Yeah, again, point I just made. Don't love it. It's goofy, but this is just doubles down on the goofiness, and I love it. Also, I'm such a big Carnage fan. I've read a load of the Carnage comics. Like again, I'm not a massive Marvel fan. I'm so much more DC, but I like Spider-Man, I like Venom, and I like Carnage. I read some of the Morbius comics after seeing Morbius, which I thought wasn't great. I love Logan. I've read the Old Man Logan comics, so kind of some Marvel stuff, but not really, not compared to my like DC knowledge. Wonder Woman. Yeah, I think Wonder Woman is the best DCEU movie. It's really good, and it's yeah, like the best female-led superhero property thing in my opinion. Wonder Woman 1984. Now this movie gets a lot of hate, but again, I don't think it's terrible. Like it's not amazing. It's nowhere near as good as the first one. I just think that they should have chose one villain. It should have been Cheetah, I think. I can't think of the person's name. Not to discourage the guy who finds the Wish Stone. I can't think of the character's name off the top of my head, which is annoying me. But I think Cheetah should have been the villain. I feel like the Wish Stone and the jealousy and stuff, you could have taken it further and just had her be the main threat. The Way Back, which is one of my favourite movies. I think that Steve Carell gives a phenomenal performance. If anyone says to you that Steve Carell can only do like comedic roles or can only play a moron in film and television, watch this movie because that will completely prove those people wrong. He plays an abusive stepdad and he is just terrifying in the movie in the best possible way. What If? Yeah, I remember seeing it at the cinema. It was like one of the first dates I went on when I was like 16, 17. So it's alright. I think I liked it a lot more when I was younger, so I still have it. I've watched it once or twice, but I think it's more just the nostalgia of it. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which again is one of my favourite classic movies. I love it. I think it's so much better than Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in almost every single way, and I just love Gene Wilder. Wonder, which again, it's just such a really wholesome movie. I really like Wonder. Like it's not groundbreaking, but just for a nice little like easy watch, Wonder is amazing. Now we're moving on to my anime, which used to be bigger, but I've gotten rid of a lot of it recently. So I got A Silent Voice, which is a incredible movie. It looks at like high school bullying and like regret and stuff, and that's really good. There's Belle, which I watched last year, and it's incredible. It's basically like Beauty and the Beast, but like told differently, with like modern technology and like it's a bit like Ready Player One in a sense, but it's like about two people that are going through difficulties in life who make like an online friendship and like form a connection with each other, and it's really good. Children of the Sea. I like Children of the Sea, but it got more and more difficult as you go on because it looks like it would just be a simple little like watch, but it like looks at existentialism and stuff, and it just gets super complicated super quickly. I kind of get what they're going for, but it just loses its way, I think. It's still fun though, and it's definitely worth checking out if you want something a bit more complex. Death Parade. Death Parade is my favourite anime series of all time. Only 12 episodes, but I'm so glad that they released a physical version of it in the UK because it's just amazing. I watched it like 5 or 6 times. Future Diary. Again, Future Diary is one of my favourites, and I'm so glad that we got recently a Blu-ray version of it. So Future Diary is a bit like the Hunger Games, where like a load of people are selected to be like the next god of the human realm, and they have mobile phones that each have like a power, and it's about eliminating the enemy so that one person can be the like overall ruler. But it's really good, and it looks like space time and stuff, and it's just really interesting and kept me captivated all the way through. This I got recently. I haven't got around to watching it yet, but I saw a review said it was really good. Perfect Blue. Again, I've heard this is a really good one from like the 90s, noughties, and it's on my to watch list. I just haven't got around to it yet. Weathering with You, which is amazing. Weathering with You is such a sad movie, but I love it so much. Again, Your Name is also an amazing movie, but it's quite depressing. But I feel like these sorts of anime movies kind of do those themes really well and do them justice. And then When Marnie Was There, which is the special edition, which has got like postcards and art cards and stuff in it, and like a pull-out. I love the Ghibli movies, and I love the dubs of the Ghibli movies because you get really good actors. Like John C. Reilly is in When Marnie Was There. When Marnie Was There, again, it's sad, but it's like Ghibli, it's absolute best, and it's one of my favourites. So now we move on to DC stuff. It's mostly the Arrowverse that I'm slowly collecting, and then some other stuff. So I've got Arrow Season 1, Arrow Season 2, Arrow Season 3. Then we move on to The Flash. So I got The Flash Season 1, The Flash Season 2, Arrow Season 4, Supergirl Season 1, The Flash Season 3, Arrow Season 5, Supergirl Season 2, The Flash Season 4, Supergirl Season 3, The Flash Season 5, Flash Season 6, Flash Season 7, The Flash Season 8. So of all of the Arrowverse, The Flash is my favourite. I do love Arrow and Supergirl as well. I didn't actually mind Batwoman Season 1. I thought there was a few storylines and plot points that were really badly executed, but I think Alice is one of the better villains, so I will get Batwoman Season 1. I'm just slowly working my way through. And I like Black Lightning as well, but in the UK there was only Season 1 was released of Black Lightning, even though I would like all of Black Lightning. And then, I'm not really the biggest Legends fan. I've watched the first couple of seasons of Legends, but Legends isn't really something I'm that interested in, so I probably will get the Legends just for the sake of having all the Arrowverse, but I'm really not a massive Legends of Tomorrow fan. So sorry to anyone who loves the Arrowverse who didn't like that comment. Got Peacemaker, which is amazing. Like the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker are great, like James Gunn nailed it. Got the complete Batman animated series, which I watched over the course of last year, or over the course of 2021 maybe. So I got it in like summer 2021 and just watched it over a couple of months, and yeah, it's really good. I get why people say it's like the best Batman thing. Then we move on to my Doc 2 Blu-rays. So I got Doc 2 the movie, Doc 2 the complete first series, Doc 2 the complete second series, Doc 2 the complete third series. I need to get the Blu-ray of Series 4. It's on my to-get list. I love Series 4. I think it's interesting that's the one that I just don't have at the moment. Now, this is when things get a bit interesting. I'll put a link in the bio for if anyone's interested, but I'm 99% sure the eBay listing has ended now because I keep checking to see if they've done Whittaker's last series. There was an eBay seller in the UK who was doing special Doctor Who Blu-ray cases, so I'll pull the complete specials out and show you. So, a lot like the other ones, it has the same sort of classic Doctor Who logo that you get with the complete specials. You can see it on the spine as well, and then on the back. It's kind of the same case, but it just has the same logo, and it's all like for a standard Blu-ray case. So it kind of uniforms it. So I've got it for all of the Matt Smith, Capaldi, and the majority of the Whittaker era. Sorry, an ambulance I think just went past. So you got the 5th series, the complete 6th series, and yeah, you can see the uniform of it. Then on top of here, I've got my Australian Pokemon XYZ series, which I found the other day in a box because I'm packing at the moment. So I decided to just put it on the shelf. Then you've got 7th series, 2013 specials, which is a special one that's done, so you can just see it like that. Same with the logo. Then the Capaldi stuff, which is my favourite. So you got the complete 8th series, complete 9th series, the complete 10th series, which again was a slim one for some reason, which is annoying because series 10 is a lot of discs. Then the 11th series, which again Jodie Whittaker's one, but it's the uniformity. Then the 12th series. Then this is where things get a bit annoying. So I've got up to series 12, all this uniformity, but I was hoping the seller was going to do the same for series 13 and the specials, because I was going to condense it. So I was going to get a 6-disc Blu-ray case, call it series 13, and put all of the series 13 and specials in it. So I've got the standard Revolution of the Daleks. I really like the case and the artwork, I just don't like the episode. Series 13 of Flux, again, I wasn't really a fan. I think Series 12 was the best thing to come out of the Whittaker era. And even then, that's a push because the last episode just ruins the whole series, which was pretty decent. Then, Eve the Daleks and Legends of the Sea Devils. Legends of the Sea Devils is the most disappointing Doctor Who episode to me because I was so excited to have the Sea Devils back. I wanted them back for years. and then we got such a lackluster episode that it just ruined it for me. Power of the Doctor, which I don't think it's a good episode. I think it's a mess. I think it's probably the best of the bad Chibnall episodes, but I think that it's just a mess. There's way too much going on, and it's not great. Then I've got my Lost box set, because I used to be such a massive fan of Lost. I haven't watched Lost through in a couple of years' time, but for a couple of years' time. But at one point in my life, I was watching the whole series once a year, and I did it for about 4 years in a row. So there's that. Then we move on to my Steelbooks, which are just down here. So I've got Doctor Who, the complete 5th series Steelbook, Doctor Who, complete 6th series Steelbook. In terms of the art, I think series 6 is probably my favourite. Doctor Who, complete series 7 Steelbook, Doctor Who, complete series 8 Steelbook. Then we come to my pride and joy. Got the Hunger Games Steelbook, Hunger Games Catching Fire Steelbook, Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 Steelbook, Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 Steelbook. Then we've got the Suicide Squad, which I've got on Steelbook, like a special one. I think it was like a HMV exclusive. Ready Player One, again, I really like the subtlety of the artwork, and that ends my Steelbooks. Now, I don't really know why they're here. I feel like I need to reorganize it. I feel like these need to go after Lost. I've got a Steven Universe Season 1 Blu-ray, and Steven Universe Season 2 Blu-ray. I need to get Season 3 soon. And then lastly is my DVDs. I've got Gravity Falls, which is an incredible series. I know it's all on Disney+, but I like having the physical of it because it's just one of my favourite series. Freaks and Geeks, the complete series, which again, it's an amazing series. It's underrated. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Community Season 1, which I don't even remember buying. Community Season 2, again, I don't even remember buying it. It was just in a box when I was going through things. The Office Series 1 to 5 box set. The Office Series 6, The Office Series 7. I haven't got 8 and 9 because I don't like it after Michael leaves. Rick and Morty Season 2, which is upside down for some reason, so I will just correct that. I do have Season 1 somewhere, I just haven't been able to find it. Rick and Morty Season 3, and then Mum. Mum is this British TV series, which is really funny, and it won a load of BAFTAs, the British Academy Film Television Award, and it's amazing. So yeah, I did have a lot more, because as I said, I'm packing, so I got rid of a load of stuff, sold it, and stuff. This used to be a lot bigger. Like, I probably got rid of a third of it, if not more. So yeah, that's my complete DVD and Blu-ray collection. To zoom out, you can see it all. Towards the end, it was getting a bit hard to pull things out because of the position of my sofa, but I wanted to do this now, today. Like, I don't sound great because I've got a bit of a cold. I'm just a bit dehydrated. But me and my partner are packing everything away today, so it felt appropriate. I'm going to do a game one as well to show my game collection and stuff soon, so expect that. I wasn't really sure how I was going to do this. I'm not even sure how great the quality is going to turn out, because I'm doing this on my phone, because I don't currently own a video camera, but when I get paid again, I'm going to buy one, so I can do things like this more frequently and do it with more appropriate hardware. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people do this, and I was like, well, my main channel, my oldest new channel, is more about like reviews and fan theories and video essays and stuff. And yeah, my Condiment King one is more just video clips and compilations and stuff that I like that I can never find on YouTube. But I thought I could do more of it. I feel like my Condiment King one can be an extension, but it can be more like stuff like this, so stuff that's actually going on in my actual life. So I can do DVD unboxings, Blu-ray unboxings. I was even thinking about doing some Pokemon card unboxings as well, because I like the online codes. But yeah, so this is the first time I did a DVD collection video. I might do another one again in a few months' time when I get a bigger collection and once I've moved. So yeah, if you like what you saw, like, comment, and I guess thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.